My sister's wedding was supposed to be the happiest day of her life. Instead, it became the day my family tried to take everything I had worked for. I arrived early at the luxury hotel where the ceremony was being held. The ballroom was breathtaking. Crystal chandeliers sparkled above hundreds of guests. Fresh flowers covered every table. Everyone smiled as if we were one big, happy family. But we weren't. For years, my parents had treated my older sister like she could do no wrong. She received the best schools, the newest car, help buying her first home. When I asked for help years earlier, they said, "If you want something, earn it yourself." So I did. I worked 2 jobs while studying, started a small business from my tiny apartment, worked weekends, holidays, and sleepless nights. After years of sacrifice, I finally bought my dream home. A beautiful penthouse overlooking the city. It wasn't a gift. It was every late night and every hard-earned paycheck turned into walls and windows. Just before the ceremony, my parents asked me to step into a private room. My father smiled. "We've made a decision." I frowned. "What decision?" My mother spoke calmly. "Your sister and her husband need a better place to start their marriage." Then my father looked directly at me. "So you're giving them your penthouse?" I honestly thought they were joking. They weren't. I laughed nervously. "You can't be serious." My father's smile disappeared. "You owe this family." I stared at him in disbelief. "Owe you? For what?" "For everything we've done for you." I almost laughed again. Everything. I had paid my own tuition, bought my own car, built my own business, purchased my own home, without a single dollar from them. But none of that mattered. My relatives slowly gathered around us. One after another, they joined the conversation. "Your sister deserves it. You're still single. You can always buy another one." It felt less like a discussion, and more like a courtroom. Everyone had already decided I was guilty if I refused. Then my sister walked in wearing her wedding dress. She smiled as if the penthouse already belonged to her. "I knew you'd do the right thing." That's when I realized this had been planned long before the wedding. Before I could answer, a familiar voice came from the doorway. "Has someone already decided who owns what?" Everyone turned. My grandmother slowly entered the room. She wasn't supposed to arrive until later. She walked with a cane, but her eyes were sharp. She looked at my parents. "Explain." No one spoke. Finally, my father forced a smile. "We're just discussing a family matter." Grandmother looked at me. "Is that true?" I quietly shook my head. "They're demanding my home." The room became silent. Grandmother didn't raise her voice. She simply looked at my parents for several long seconds. Then she smiled. A small, knowing smile. "Oh," she said softly. "So today is finally the day." Nobody understood what she meant. Except her. Grandmother asked everyone to return to the ballroom. A few minutes later, just before the reception began, she requested the microphone. The guests fell silent. "I have something important to announce." She pulled a sealed envelope from her handbag. "My late husband and I prepared this years ago." She handed it to the family lawyer. The lawyer read the document carefully, then looked up in surprise. "This confirms that the penthouse," he paused, "was purchased using money from a private educational and business trust established by your grandparents." The room went completely silent. Grandmother continued, "The trust had one condition. The home belongs only to the grandchild who built a successful life through their own effort. It cannot be transferred, gifted, pressured away, or inherited by anyone else while that grandchild is alive." She slowly turned toward my parents. I added that condition the day I realized some people confuse love with entitlement. My parents looked stunned. They had no idea the trust even existed. Grandmother wasn't finished. She smiled gently. "For years, I watched one grandchild work for every opportunity, while others expected rewards simply because they asked." She looked directly at my sister. "This wedding should celebrate love, not greed." Then she reached into her bag once more. Another envelope. "This one contains my updated will." The lawyer opened it. Grandmother had donated most of her estate to educational scholarships and community charities. The remaining family inheritance would be divided equally. No special treatment. No favorites. No rewards for manipulation. Years of expectations disappeared in seconds. The ballroom remained silent. No one argued. No one complained. because everyone knew exactly why she had done it. After the reception, I walked grandmother to her car. She smiled as we looked at the city skyline. "I'm sorry they put you through that today," she said. I shook my head. "You didn't have to defend me." She laughed softly. "Oh, yes, I did. When people stop respecting hard work, someone has to remind them what it looks like." Months later, my relationship with my parents remained distant. Not because of the penthouse, but because trust, once broken, takes time to rebuild. My sister eventually admitted she had known about the plan all along. She apologized. Whether forgiveness would come, only time could decide. As for my grandmother, she never called what she did revenge. She called it balance. She believed that love should never require surrendering what you've honestly earned. Every time I stand on the balcony of my penthouse and watch the lights of the city below, I remember her words. "You never apologize for the life you built with your own hands." And in the end, the loudest victory wasn't keeping my home. It was watching greed fall completely silent in the presence of truth.
The subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new emotional story. Your support means more than words can say, and it helps us continue bringing these untold stories to life.